what's up everybody, it's your boy Proftrof, and today we're doing we're not doing shit besides watching a video and commenting our retarded thoughts. This is an analysis on Ben 10 vs Green Lantern's death battle, which I did not enjoy at all. Fuck the Green Lantern.
I'm not letting you leave with that.
Green's a pussy color. I like green, but fuck.
You completely forgot about me, didn't you?
Ben! I always figured the Omnitrix had a failsafe that wouldn't let me die, and sure enough, it kicked in.
This video contains spoilers for the entire Ben 10 vs Green Lantern Death Battle episode, which at the time of this upload is currently only available on Rooster Teeth's paid subscription plan. If you have not seen the battle and do not wish for it to be spoiled, please go check it out when it's available to the public, and I'll see you back here soon.
Wait, they release their videos early if you subscribe to them, like actually paying them, like a real life subscription? I didn't know that. I thought it was just the YouTube page. What the fuck? Interesting.
First things first, I totally called that they were going to mix up the child and teenage versions of his aliens, right down to the first alien they'd use. A few days ago, I made a video exemplifying Ben's versatility as a fighter and a few Omnitrix features that get overlooked. The video was in response to the announcement of Ben Tennyson being accepted as a participant in the infamous brawler web series known as Death Battle. I said I would make a follow-up video after the battle is released, but if you haven't watched my first video, then that is totally fine. This video can be enjoyed and understood completely on its own as a response to Death Battle's episode. I would still like to recommend checking it out at some point later though, as it covers a lot of feats about Ben 10 that I'd love to bring more attention.
Don't worry boy, I got you. You talk some good shit bro, I enjoy you.
But what I'm gonna focus on in this video is things directly relevant to the Death Battle. I'm gonna break it up into sections to make it a bit easier to consume. This will cover what I liked about the battle, what I'd fix about the battle.
Hey, what the fuck? I've never noticed this. What is this fucking video Game Boy type of shit? Look like a fucking grave tombstone. Look at this shit. What the fuck? Hey, welcome to the 21st century. Come play our game, the Tombstone 1000.
Cover what I liked about the battle, what I fixed about the battle, such as everything they got wrong or some things that they did that wouldn't actually work, and then responding to the comments from my last video. Anyways, I had no problems with the recap. Every time I was about to make a note, they seemed to be one step ahead. It was very surprising. They really laid out a lot of feats I didn't think they'd mention. There were some statements that were phrased that made it seem like they watched a few of my videos for this, which is pretty neat. There were a few minor errors, like when they talked about Weibig's fight against the Dagon, they showed a clip of him fighting malware. Or when they said the overuse of the Omnitrix can horribly disfigure a user's DNA, which I don't think I've ever heard before, even as a rumor. I'm really interested in knowing where they got that from. They also say Derek J. White is one of the show's creators, but none of these things come up in the actual battle, so who cares. The fight was really cool to watch too. It kept me on the edge of my seat with how close things would come. The writing for Ben and Hal seemed pretty in character, and I thought the voices were great as well. My favorite one was Weibig due to it being the most accurate to the show. The voice of Ben did a fantastic job, but I felt like his voice would have suited teenage Ben much better, especially since they were using transformations from Alien Force onward.
I can give you 10 good reasons right now to let me go. You're not the first doofus to try to take this. It's hero time!
I get that the classic Ben is more recognizable, but honestly, non-fans of Ben 10 aren't gonna care what
the classic Ben with his fucking prisoner fucking t-shirt. What the fuck is that shit,
to the people who actually do care. You can't tell me that seeing Kid Goku using Ultra Instinct wouldn't be jarring. But hey, that one shot of Heat Blast shooting a flamethrower with Hal manifesting a fire extinguisher was brilliant. Cool. I might be mistaken, but I think they were even using an original score too, so props to them for that. It even had lyrics. The super strength flick Alien X did was a great callback to the episode, and then there was Ben, which Ben 10,000 did the same thing as Atomic X. The biggest thing I was worried about was them not giving Ben full control of Alien X, and they kinda didn't. Let me explain. Unfortunately, I ended up having a lot more to fix than I would have liked. I really wanted this to be an easy video and just enjoy the battle, but ironically, my biggest problems with the video happened right when Alien X showed up. The best way to begin is to explain every reason why the way they had Hal Jordan win would not work. Number 1, the Soda Bro effect. The way they had Hal Jordan win was by having him go back in time to the start of the battle, but what they failed to account for was the Soda Bro effect.
Soda Bro effect?
The Soda Bro effect is a ripple in the time stream created that can be detectable by those whose abilities are powerful enough to perceive changes in the time stream. The second Hal would use his time powers, and the fact he literally says,
"Time, huh? Thanks for the tip."
Alien X would be able to sense it and follow him backwards in time with him. The fight wouldn't just end there. Alien X can time travel as well. Number 2, the Omnitrix's many failsafes. So Death Battle claims that the Omnitrix has no defenses against Ben's arm getting cut off, but that's literally what the energy feedback was for, to protect Ben. They even show it activate at the start of the battle. Cutting Ben's arm off counts as the Omnitrix being forcibly removed from Ben. Therefore, the Omnitrix would counter this. They also mention that the Omnitrix is able to take control and transform Ben into whatever alien he needs to survive, but fail to actually show that either. The Omnitrix could have transformed Ben into Goop, or Diamond Head, or someone else that could have survived the scissors. Catching Ben off guard isn't even an argument, because the Omnitrix's AI is advanced enough to react to things on its own, such as,
the Omnitrix can instantly transform him fast enough to catch the Big Bang.
which is their words, not mine. The fact that the Omnitrix has an anti-death failsafe isn't even brought up once.
I always figured the Omnitrix had a failsafe that wouldn't let me die, and sure enough, it kicked in right when the Big Bang started, gave me just the alien I needed. It always seems to give me the right alien, even when I want something else. I guess I should stop fighting it. It seems to know me better than me. The Omnitrix had a failsafe that wouldn't let me die, failsafe.
And they use clips from the very same episode that this is mentioned in, even showing scenes moments before the statement. So it seems like they did not watch the full episodes that they pulled clips from before using them. I mean, that may be a bit too much to ask, but had they done it, they would have come across a major game-changing feat. Number 3, misunderstanding Alien X. My biggest problem with the video was how they handled Alien X in general. He was treated far more like a melee fighter than he actually is, and his durability was significantly downplayed to the point of being non-existent at some times. To start, Alien X can erase people in the blink of an eye, yet they're having him Thanos him in a painfully slow manner. This is not how Alien X
We have to have the effect, boy. The effect. You gotta feel that shit, but I understand what you're saying.
They could just blink and you'd be gone. As I've said, he was primarily fighting melee style, which while we have seen this in the show, it's never been to such an isolated and prolonged degree. You can see Alien X clones in the background as if they're waiting for an opening to get in on the punching. But they can warp all of time and space. Why are they treating this like a street brawl? Bare minimum, they should at least be firing an energy blast or throwing planets or something, if you wanted to keep things purely physical. But them standing around to watch is just unacceptable. Remember when you showed how he can create a galaxy-sized black hole? Where was that? Even if Hal could counter it, why is he only punching? In fact, this shield shouldn't even be working against Alien X to begin with, especially if you're going to show forearms shattering one of his shields moments earlier. This shot right here particularly bugs me for many reasons. First, if we're gonna pretend that this can even happen, then Hal's raw aura is enough to vaporize 3 different Alien X's instantaneously and he should have the battle right there. However, they shouldn't disappear because there's no reason to. They're not shadow clones. Once Ben duplicates, there's not like a one main Alien X. They're not just gonna vanish if Ben is caught off guard. The second that shield is down, they're still gonna be there and leave Hal exposed, and at the very least can keep punching him, I guess. Number 4, Hal's big weakness. One fact they confirm but is completely overlooked is while Hal's ring has a periodic cooldown time, Ben's Omnitrix does not when Master Control.
Yeah, they mentioned that shit, but we didn't see it in the battle at all. Like, he didn't really need to recharge at any point.
And it's pretty obvious from the get-go that Ben has Master Control in this battle. We see Alien X use his time reversal abilities, but only once. Which is strange because it's not like he couldn't continue to do this over and over for just about ever. Ben can continuously rewind time and trap Hal in a Doctor Strange Dormammu type situation, until Hal's ring inevitably runs out of power, and Ben can strike the final blow. Hal may be fast, but his ring's recharge time is not instantaneous. So once the ring runs out of power, he is forced to leave himself vulnerable. Ben's Omnitrix can keep Ben as one transformation for as long as he needs. The confirmed record so far being held by Albedo, remaining as Alien X for nearly an entire year. There's also the fact that Ben's Omnitrix has failsafes against its removal, but Hal's ring can quite literally slide right off.
What's this do?
Huh? You won't do that again.
Unless I want to.
The only way any of these scenarios...
Yo, Batman has the fucking... Yo, Batman's a fucking beast. I love Batman, bruh. I love fucking Batman. I just want to pause the video to say that.
that they created would work is because they significantly downplayed Alien X. I think Death Battle is just too used to choreographing these very Dragon Ball Z-like kind of battles that they just don't have the creativity, or not creativity,
brain
focus
capacity
or versatility to handle a character
brain
like
capacity.
Alien X or Ben Tennyson in general and use him to the fullest. I'm disappointed we never even got to see Chroma Stone or Feedback interact with Hal's light constructs, especially considering Feedback is even listed as one of the notable transformations. Number 5, the Afterthoughts.
Yo, that's actually
After the
true. Why didn't they fuck with the ring? That would have been so cool to
is
see.
even listed as one of the notable transformations. Number 5, the Afterthoughts. After the battle, the two hosts just recap in more detail why they think Hal has the right to win. But it seems like they were just stating random facts to fluff out the ending and further prove their point, but a lot of their facts were either wrong or contradict what was said or shown.
He could only ever use one at a time, while Hal always has access to all of his powers.
Even with the flexibility of Master Control, this meant Ben was always playing catch-up.
Not really, because in your own video, Ben pretty much is leading the battle and calling the shots. Hal is reacting to everything Ben is doing. So that statement right there is just untrue.
Ben's Diamond Head form was tough, sure, but he wasn't surviving a planet exploding in his face.
Not only did they not even use Diamond Head, but who cares? He has other aliens that could easily survive a planet-level attack, especially Alien X, who seemed to be the focus of this battle.
Accelerate was wicked fast, but not fast enough to cross the universe in an hour.
But Jet Ray is, and they didn't use Accelerate or Jet Ray in this battle at all either.
At the time
Wait,
Alien X recreated...
is Jet Ray that fucking fast, bruh? Wait a second, that was just like a flying dummy. Just flies and shit. How fast is that thing?
the universe. He only did that because he couldn't stop it from being destroyed in the first place.
Also incorrect. He just didn't know the universe was actually being destroyed. He did nothing because he did not know what was going on and completely underestimated the stakes.
Wait, the universe really is being destroyed? I'm afraid it is. But Alien X can fix this, right? Right? Fine.
In fact, the Feedback holding the Big Bang feat mentioned earlier in the video was him doing that very thing, preventing an active Annihilarch from going off because he does understand the stakes now. They literally mention him doing something that they later say he can't do.
Alien X has never shown any defenses against the same kinds of things that Hal could replicate, like mind control, transmutation, and time manipulation.
Are you serious? I don't even have to talk about this one. They then quote yet another Derek J. Wyatt statement proclaiming him to be a creator, trying to refute Alien X's multiversal durability. But if you were to ask the actual creators of Ben 10, you'd come to learn that yes, they indeed can, and it is not a joke. You can hear more information about that in my video, Ben 10 creators answer your
That's
questions.
pretty cool. Comments.
So now I'd like to take the time...
Responding to comments is always an interesting event, if you know what I
and to
mean.
respond to some of my comments from my previous video.
Oh,
a lot
your
of good
video,
points were
okay.
brought up, and I'm glad that I have the chance to go over them. Our first comment asks if Ben's transformation upgrade could take over Hal's ring. And while at first I wanted to dismiss the idea, I did quite a bit of research on it, and seeing as the ring is tech-based, be it very advanced tech, I have yet to find a reason why Upgrade would not be able to take control and even dismantle Hal's ring. So there's another...
This is what I want to see more from these fucking dead battles. Dead battles are always fucking retarded to me because they're always like, okay, we have these two fucking ingenious fighters, that fucking insane IQ, insane fucking fight abilities, a diverse fucking skill set. So we're just gonna have them use their strongest form to bash their faces in, and whoever comes out on top wins. Like, they never factor in, you know, intelligence or any of that other shit. They're like, hey, okay, we have this dude that's kind of strong and he can take shit, but it's really smart. This dude can take shit harder and give it harder. Would they battle? Hey, this dude fucking wins, bro. You know, he hit harder, so win, bro. You know what I mean? And I don't know, that just pissed me off. Like, I want to see more, you know, like fucking someone using their brain in this fight, not just bashing each other's head. And
Easy win right there. Another user wanted me to mention other
like, they could have done so many things with Ben's other transformations that weren't just like, it just turned into fucking forearms and Alien X and start hitting him over the head, bro.
So there's another easy win right there. Another user wanted me to mention other skill sets that Ben has, such as piloting multiple types of aircrafts, not unlike Hal Jordan, and the ability to learn magic thanks to currently inactive genetics within him. We only see Ben—
I wanted for them to do the fucking alien combination thing that Ben 10,000 does. That would have been so fucking awesome to see.
perform magic in one of his alternative futures. But since it's indeed a possible future, it confirms the possibility of Ben mastering this practice. Blue Flaming Wolf also brought up another great feat that Ben has. He has perfect photographic memory.
That's the door to anywhere. Nothing can breach it. You have to know the true name of the place you're going.
You mean the glowy letters? No problem.
You remember all that just from looking at it? Sure.
You really aren't working up to your potential in school.
That's what they tell me.
Ben has also been able to use his perfect memory to see patterns in his recurring villains, thwarting them easier and easier every time they meet. There was an episode where Ben had seemingly forgotten Zombozo, but it was stated that Ben was only pretending to forget him because he didn't want to admit to Kevin that he used to be afraid of clowns. One user wanted me to explain what the Poultice Altiari is, since I briefly mentioned it. And while it's not really important, it is a cool piece of Ben 10 lore that not many people know about, so I'll make it quick. In the Ben 10 Ultimate Alien game Cosmic Destruction, Ben temporarily has access to an ancient Galvan device known as the Poultice Altiari. It is said to be capable of multiplying one's natural abilities several times over. Ben uses this device on his transformation Waybig to give him an advantage over a battle with Albedo, who is also transformed into a Tokustar. Shortly after the battle, the device destroyed itself. What? Arthur here wanted to know that if Ben was able to multiply himself into 1,000 via Echo Echo, if each of those clones could then repeat the process, creating 1 million clones, and potentially repeating the process infinitely. Similar to the upgrade theory, I wanted to dismiss this as well, simply because it is just so ridiculously broken. But, yet again, everything adds up. The Omnitrix is perfectly capable of creating and altering mass, and support multiple powerful transformations. So if an infinite army of Bens isn't your thing, well, try to debunk it in the comments. I'll be listening. The death battle will undoubtedly go down as a significant event in the fandom. It's unfortunate that it doesn't really do justice to our Protector of Earth that he deserves, but any exposure for Ben is something to be positive about. So, thank you for checking out my video. You can stay up to date with everything on my social media, and join the Discord to talk to other passionate fans. You can also see exclusive weekly updates from my crossover series 5 years later, over on our Patreon for just $1.
Okay, that was pretty cool. So what y'all think about this? Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time, everybody. Let me know what y'all think about the dead battles. That's what I want to hear your thoughts on. Like, do you prefer watching them just bash their faces in, or would you like a more, I don't know, fucking interesting fight? Like, hey, this dude used the brain, so they're kind of running around doing shit. Fucking, I don't know, bro. I'd like to see that more than just, you know, doop, 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 doop. I die. Anyway, I'll see you next time, everybody. Have a nice fucking day. Fucking day.